Welcome to Inside TWiT, the show we do from time to time to tell you what's been going on inside TWiT. Leo Laporte here with my good friend and business partner, Lisa Kensell, the CEO of TWiT.
I've been demoted to your good friend.
My close personal friend.
Your close personal friend?
Let's put it this way. Her name was practically tattooed on my butt.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Because you decided not to, but I was open and willing.
Yeah, I was messing with you.
My fiancé.
I won't do that to you.
Apparently, the tattoo artist said it's really bad luck for your first tattoo to have a girl's name in it because you're guaranteed to break up.
Not this tattoo artist, but a zillion people ran up to me. Okay, not a zillion, like 5. And they're like, you can't do that. It's bad luck. I was laughing pretty hard.
I was completely willing. It was going to be the TWiT logo with Lisa in script underneath it.
Yeah, that's kind of mean. So
later. I'll do that later. So lots to announce.
I think so.
Where do you want to start?
Well, you have your list in front of you. So
thanks, I guess, is a big thanks to everybody because we raised a ton of money on New Year's Eve. $75,000.
That was amazing for UNICEF.
$62,000 in cash, and the auctions raised another $13,000. I have autographed the bobbleheads. I have signed pictures.
Did you record your voice?
And we have sent.
Didn't you have to do? What was it for?
10?
Voicemails?
Well, we said we would record voicemails, but it could be really any short script. But 10 people bid for that, and we sent emails to those 10 people saying, "Okay, what do you want Leo to say?" And so I will record those as soon as we get your scripts, and we'll send them out to you.
Right.
And we sent out a ton of stuff. So thank you, very generous mugs and all sorts of stuff.
And bald heads and tattoos.
And UNICEF is very happy, right, Glenn? Did they expect we'd raise this much money? I don't think so.
No, we didn't know.
No,
they didn't know.
We didn't know.
Right.
So, of course, as is always the case, right after a 24-hour marathon broadcast for UNICEF on New Year's Day, we had to send people down to Vegas.
Yeah.
It's always that way. Right?
And prepping for CES was a little it was a little scattered, but we're there. And you've been seeing our coverage, hopefully, under our live specials.
Robert's been great.
He's Father Robert's been on TNT. Was he on? He was on TNT yesterday and again today.
Today too, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
And the shot looks good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he in his house? Where was he?
Monday and Tuesday was in where he stays there, and then today he was on the show floor.
He was on the show floor. That's right. Yeah.
The show floor, there's better coverage. I mean, at least the live view should work a lot better.
Scott Wilkinson's Home Theater Geeks is done. It's been up, or it's in the process of being uploaded. We'll put it out probably later today. That's the one where he goes to every TV pavilion.
Well, that'll be released tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think, but the video is coming our way.
Okay, great.
He's done that. And then, of course, Dick DiBartolo is crazy, and he finds all the crap gadgets and stuff. And
right.
He did Pepcom, and then I think that probably the Giz was on Thursday. I'll be there for that.
He'll have some things for the Giz was that's
CES stuff.
It's tomorrow. We're gonna have a cake.
It's the 1500th episode.
What? You didn't tell me it was a surprise. Okay,
surprise.
So tomorrow Leo's gonna be on GizWiz, and it's a surprise. So make sure you tune in. Well, so I blew the cake. Sorry. You have to tell me that.
And it's very exciting. Telly Savalas will also be on the show.
I heard that. Yeah. When's he showing up?
Right after I leave. It's odd that way.
Young Jeffrey's not getting that.
Young Jeffrey's too young. All right. Dr. Evil will also be a guest on the show right after Michael Chiklis leaves.
Right.
The commish will be there. It's going to be very exciting.
You have to bring a lollipop, they said.
Yeah, for Kojak. I had one on iPad today on Tuesday and Monday. It was fun. So thank you. And twit.tv /specials is where the CES specials will live, as well as the hour-by-hour coverage of our New Year's telethon.
Yes. They're all up.
Highly recommend Hour 4. That was the round table. It was such a good round table with Randall Schwartz and Jeff Jarvis and
Renee
Mike
Ritchie.
And Renee. It was so interesting.
That was a great discussion. I really enjoyed it.
We should do more of that.
We should have
next
more
year.
of that.
That was the real content. It was great. One thing to watch me learn how to tap dance. It's another thing to hear these great minds.
Although I did enjoy the tap dancing. That was hilarious. That was hour three, I think, or 2. It was pretty hilarious.
What one should they download to see my head shaved and my butt tattooed? That's the midnight hour.
The midnight hour. It was
So
right
that'd be
after.
hour
It was right after midnight.
22, right?
Yes, I believe so.
21 or 22?
It was 21. I believe 21. No, I started to shave his head, but we finished it after midnight.
We dragged the
so.
shaving out a little longer.
You guys can find it. It should be in the highlight of Leo gets his head shaved somewhere along there. It is 22, I'm getting told in the chat room.
22, okay.
Okay, excellent. We kind of lost track of what hour it was by that time. So
TWiT special number 230. New Year's. Oh, you can even see it's the thumbnail.
So Leo was completely hamming it up during this, and doing all these funny faces and acting like it was overwhelming. And I looked shocked the entire time, and I kind of was.
Oh, look at this. You got me tattooed too. Oh man, what are all those people gathered around while I'm getting my butt tattooed? Huh?
Well, it was your hip, not really your butt.
I beg to differ, young lady. And here we go.
Well, it's at the top. I was smart.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So lots of fun. So if you just saw Twig this week in Google, you heard the bad news. Gina Trapani is
she's pulling back, not completely gone.
She's not leaving, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because we talked her out of it. She wants to focus and needs to focus this year on Think Up, her startup, and that's not unusual. And so as a result, she's going to cut her appearances back on All About Android and Twig. She won't be a regular co-host on either show anymore. But she did say she'd come back once a month.
She absolutely did. I mean, I don't think if she knew that was an option at first. And I said, oh gosh, as much as possible. Are you kidding me?
You made her.
So she has an open door forever coming back on our network at any time. So, and she knows that, and we love her.
And these things happen. It's normal. People get better jobs or they get busy and so forth. And we have several dozen hosts, and you saw at our host dinner how many people.
Well, and she also has, she has a wife and a kid, and she has a startup.
Brand new baby,
I mean, as much as she'd like to be everywhere all the time, she can't.
That's not the only departure, though, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Sarah Lane has also decided, she told us, I think a couple of weeks ago, that she'd been offered a full-time job at TechCrunch, doing a new video channel for them, which is great news. They do a lot of video already, and she's going to take that over and beef it up. And so it's a great job for her. It's a great opportunity for her. There's no commute. I know the commute was killing her.
Yeah, the commute's tough.
And she was. It was hard for both of us. We both cried. It was a very difficult thing for her to say. Her blog post talks a little more about it. We also talk about it on inside.twit.tv. In fact, all these announcements, as always, are on inside.twit.tv.
Right. I haven't put Gina's up. I was waiting for this week in Google, but
well, Gina's also blogged about it on scribbling.net. So
great.
Everybody has.
And we'll just link to it.
Their way to do it. So Sarah, though, is going to keep doing iPad today, so I'm happy about that.
Yes.
And we're moving it to Saturday afternoon.
Well, it's going to be pre-recorded on Saturday afternoon, but still published on Monday. Because I don't want to move the time slot. I really like.
Right.
I don't like moving our shows around.
But you'll be able to watch it, right?
Right.
So right after the tech guy, that's kind of right now. Dick does the Giz Fizz. We'll just move the Giz Fizz back an hour and a half, and we'll do iPad today right after the tech guy, and then the Giz Fizz if Dick willing. So in fact, we'll start that Saturday.
Yes, that starts this week. So she's not completely gone, but she's going to have our energy in San Francisco now, and we still are going to keep Sarah here.
But that's not the only show Sarah does on the network. She does Tech News Tonight.
Agreed.
And i5 for the iPhone. Mm-hmm. And she is going to leave Tech News Tonight effective today.
No, Friday. Please, you're scaring our new...
Right now. And then i5, she's going to go through the month. And then we'll find somebody to replace her on that.
Well, we already have that.
Really?
Selected as well.
Did we hire somebody?
We did. We hired somebody. So we have had somebody working in the background for a week. And that's why I always said, please don't scare her.
I thought I recognized somebody.
I think you did.
She was wandering around, and I thought either I'm hallucinating or Megan Morrone is walking around. Come on over.
Yeah, come on over, Megan.
So you may remember Megan Morrone from the Babe Corral. on the screensavers. More recently from our show Jumping Monkeys, which she did for a while. But then, as happens all the time, she had twins.
That happens all the time.
And got a little busy with Annabella and Milo and Huck. And so stopped doing Jumping Monkeys. When was that?
2008.
What?
Yeah.
But every time I saw you, did I not say, when are you coming back?
Every time you saw me, yes. Yeah.
So it only took about 7 years, but we brought her back.
So really thrilled, and I know the chat room is thrilled to see you.
It's blowing up. So this was our surprise.
Oh, surprise!
Megan is so great and has that heritage of the screensavers and Tech TV, and she's worked here before. Jumping Monkeys was a great show, and so you're going to do what? You're going to do Tech News Tonight.
I'm going to do Tech News Tonight and i5 for the iPhone.
Okay, starting at the end of the month.
Yeah.
We're going to slowly work you in.
Well, I just kind of threw her in the fire
glad to
here.
get-
I like how Leo was saying Sarah's last day today, and I look over and I'm like, that's kind of mean.
Really big.
What?
Yeah. No, this is not your last day, Sarah.
Do you want to come and say goodbye, Sarah?
I think Sarah should come up for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Here, come here, Sarah. Take my seat.
So,
Okay,
She's working.
Sarah's working, so she said she'll come and say hi really quick at the end of the show.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I'm really glad to be here. It feels like home.
Yeah, it should. Well, it's a
Yeah.
little bit of a different. You were last time we worked
It
together.
is,
Was the show
yeah.
at the
It's changed a
cottage.
little
It
bit.
has changed. Yeah. Like when we started Jumping Monkeys, it was the little tiny room with
Yeah.
the bathtub.
Was it really?
Yes.
We were in the room with the bathtub.
Yes, yeah.
It's a room with a bathtub.
Yes, there's a room with a bathtub. It's upstairs. I remember that room.
Yeah, you had just gotten there, I think.
Yeah.
And, classed up the
Oh,
joint.
did we do video always from the beginning?
No.
But we
There
did
was
have
audio.
video towards the end
Towards the end,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
because we were downstairs with the Colleen rig and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here. I mean, I didn't,
What have you been doing in the interim besides Milo Huck and Annabelle?
besides raising my children,
Yeah.
I was doing freelance work for a large corporation.
Which shall remain nameless? You don't
Yes,
want to tell anybody?
Microsoft.
Okay.
So yeah,
Heard of them.
I was a contractor for 10 years.
And you were writing stuff for them, right?
I was writing security content, so stuff about viruses and
Oh, that's great. So you've kept your
fraud.
hand in on what's going
I have.
on.
I did not opt out. I've been working, but I took a safe job and a not so fun job, and I'm ready for the fun job again.
So glad to get you. It's so nice to have you.
Yeah, thank you. I feel
And
really
so,
lucky.
starting Friday or Monday?
Monday. You keep
Monday.
moving the date up on Megan.
Starting Friday, you'll be doing Tech News Tonight. Good to
Yes.
see you on that.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, and I'm glad that Sarah will be around a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will miss her. I asked the universe for a job here, and it answered me. But I wanted to also work with Sarah, so hopefully.
I know. It's funny because so it just worked out that way that Sarah came to us and said, Mega's looking for work and we should do some stuff. And I said, okay. And, but we really didn't have a full-time job until Sarah quit. So
Right. Well, so I made Megan I was like, okay, when you get back from, Christmas vacation, I said, I need you maybe 5-10 hours a week starting out and we can go from there. And she was like, okay, that sounds really great. And then literally that night, I'm texting her going, do you want a
When can
full-time
you
job? Because I have a full-time job
Something
for you.
just
And,
happened.
and can you start like tomorrow?
Yeah.
And so, we talked the next morning and it all worked out. So, I mean, I'm so thrilled. I'm
So
thrilled.
Megan is a full-time staffer,
Absolutely.
not a
Yeah.
freelancer. She will be on staff, which means you'll probably see more of her as we develop more for her to do.
Yeah. I think we have a couple of ideas, but I'd like to get everything launched now, and then hopefully we'll be announcing new shows in second quarter. But for right now, it's about getting everybody up to speed and making sure everything else is moving along nicely.
And by the way, the new show we're going to announce, I'm very excited about it, and Megan will have a role on it as well.
Yes, and we haven't told her about this yet, so
Oh, okay.
keep scaring her.
learning all new things.
No, I'm sure she'll love it. But yeah,
You're not
she's-
leaving, Leo, are you?
No.
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 It would take me like a week or two to be up to speed
If you
to
want,
get to do
I
your
think you
job.
should start understudying me right now.
Okay. Should I shave my head first?
Yeah.
Oh, please, no. Well, I told
actually
them
starting to
I would
like
shave
this.
my head if we raised $1 million, but they'd have to give me half of it. I'm kidding.
I'm not leaving, just my hair is leaving, says Curtis. Thank you. That's exactly right.
Well, I'm going to mark my time here by your hair growth. So
You
I
will.
started right when
You'll-
you shaved your
You
head.
will know
so
that you've
as
been
a-
here 6 months when I look normal again.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know if we'll do Jumping Monkeys. Would you be interested in doing that again?
My kids are really into technology, and there's a
That's
lot
neat.
of issues there. There's a lot of things that I would love to talk about
Good.
that I'm passionate about. So we'll
Good.
see.
We'll see. We'll get some kids
I'll do the
stuff in
work
there.
that you've given me now and see
Yeah.
how that works out. So
See how our workload goes. We're excited.
So there you go. Those are, wow. Whew.
This
Those
is
are
a
the
lot of
announcements.
news.
A
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Thank you, Megan.
thank you. Should I leave now?
You may leave now.
Okay.
You
thank
may. We should have asked if anyone had any questions for her, but
Oh, yeah.
know.
You want any questions from Megan or anything? No.
Okay. She's like, I'm leaving now.
So quickly, Sarah, come in quick, just quick, so we can say goodbye. We'll do it really fast. Oh. Sad. What the heck?
Somebody throw something at
See,
her.
we could do it Saturday.
Hold on.
We could do it Saturday when we're doing iPad Today. She's on deadline for Tech News Tonight.
I know, but
It
it'd
gets a
still be
little
nice.
crazy in this last half hour. We are not that concerned about time. Thank you, Web
We're
6900.
concerned about what?
Web 6900 says, I miss the time when TWiT wasn't concerned about time and finishing starting at a certain time. That's nice to hear that somebody thinks we are concerned.
Well,
Most of the time I get complaints, you guys just don't seem to follow your calendar at all. Not at all.
and for the most part, we're pretty good about not always staying on point.
By the way, you're right. The reason Sarah is staying back there, she will burst into tears.
Yeah, and I think that's. I was also thinking about that. She's got to go on air in a few, and this is
We'll
hard
cry
for
on
all of
Saturday.
us because
we'll cry and sob
Yeah.
on Saturday.
yeah, this was
I
hard
almost
for
cried
everyone.
with Gina. It's very hard. And this is, and I think I know, especially for geeks, I think change is difficult, and unfortunately, it's kind of a way of life in broadcast. People always move on. People get new jobs. These things happen, and boy, we'd love it, that never happened. But it's also an opportunity. I mean, to bring in new people and to have other faces and stuff. So, as much as we will miss Sarah and miss Gina, and as hard as the transitions like these are, and I know they're hard for you, they're just as hard for us. We work with these people day in, day out. It's what happens, and it's okay. It's going to be fine. We're doing all right, and it doesn't say anything about the future of the network or anything like that.
No, it's okay. It's like when Alex Lindsay had to pull back on MacBook Weekly. We brought in Renee Ritchie,
I still
and
see a lot of Alex.
well,
I
yeah,
can't get rid of the guy.
I don't want to get rid of the guy, but
Oh, and here's the good news: Sarah does not need a Patreon page.
no.
she's gainfully employed.
She's-
Somebody said, "What's Sarah's Patreon page?"
Oh.
You know what? I think they pay her now at AOL.
Yeah,
I think they're going to pay her
she's
pretty
still,
well.
And she's still on our network, so please, she's not completely gone. I mean, she's just not going to be here every day, which is understandable. So, so she's thrilled, and I'm happy for her on a personal level, and on a professional level, I cried a lot more, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Change is okay.
She gets to walk to work. I think that had certainly a little bit to do with this.
Quality of life sometimes is okay.
But there's also, I think, and this is, I won't speak for Sarah, but I think it's a great opportunity for her.
It
And I think
is.
she's very
It's a
excited
fabulous
about the opportunity
opportunity.
it represents.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she should be.
All right.
Anything
Anything else?
else?
Anybody else want to say anything? Any questions? Would you like some of my saliva to do a genetic test?
No, for
You're
what?
cool? We were talking on Twig today about 23andMe, and apparently they've saved the saliva. Do you know that was the genetic thing you did too?
Yeah, but
Apparently they've saved all 800,000 samples.
But the problem with
saliva
my
museum.
sample is that I need a sample from my father
to get the
because
paternal line.
I need to get the paternal line because being a woman, they can't give me both sides. So I thought I kind of thought about that and I felt really stupid that I didn't already know that.
Well, I didn't know that.
But they should put it
Because men don't need to do that.
Right, but it makes sense,
We have
when
XY.
when you look at it.
Yeah.
So I think they should disclose that.
Or no, are men X?
No, you're XY, babe.
We're XY and you're XX.
We're double X. Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to get my father. I just think they should say if you're a woman, make sure you sign your dad up for this so you can get the whole thing.
Right. I think that's true.
That would be nice.
Megan is on our news team. That's
Yes.
absolutely right. Mike Elgin is our news director.
And I think I'm
She
going to
will
have
work
her.
closely with Mike.
I think I'm going to have her cover Windows Weekly when you're out.
Yeah, she's a Microsoft.
She's a
expert.
Microsoft person.
And
so
when we do live coverage, breaking news and all that, Megan will absolutely be a part of that as well.
absolutely.
Well, I think, Gardner, but we've replaced a woman with a woman. So I feel that the diversity challenge, but I would very much like to get more women on the air.
Well-
That's something we do. And every single show when we book, when Jason and I sit down and say who's going to be on TWiT this weekend, I give him a long list of women, of people of color. We really do. We pay a lot of attention to diversity because, unfortunately, technology still is a little bit a guy's game, and we want to change that.
Well, and Mike
more
also
XXs.
has female co-hosts mostly on TNT.
And that's really good too.
Except for
Definitely,
one co-host. So I think
right.
we do a pretty good job of,
Could always do
reaching
better.
out.
We need a nun. Actually, at some point,
That's
Robert is
strange.
going to go back to his vocation because we don't. Robert is a priest and he doesn't work for us. He works for the Catholic Church. So, at some point in the next year or so, I don't know how much longer we'll lose Robert. So, I mean, if you want to get ready for that, and if you are a nun and you'd like to apply for the job, please let me know.
Or if you're really into enterprise tech and before
whatever.
you buy, because he's taking that show over. I forgot to make this announcement.
Oh, another announcement. I am
just-
so sick of Before You Buy.
No.
I'm just working very hard. So we're
Yeah.
going to move Before You Buy to when?
Well, I don't want to disclose dates.
Later.
We're going to move a couple of shows around, but Before You Buy will be going to Friday. Well, I don't want to let Padre go, but you guys, he has a higher calling, and it's not us.
If the Pope, if Francis calls, Padre has to jump.
Right. So we're going to move a couple of shows around, but I'm waiting for Padre to get back to me. It'll probably be 2 shows. Yeah. So I will let you all know as soon as we finalize that, but it won't be until February or March. Okay.
There's Robert right now.
And I'll give you guys plenty of
Is that live?
notice.
Is that streaming from the show floor right now? That's so cool.
That's kind of cool.
He has busted his behind at CES this week.
That's because Padre was in Hawaii for Christmas and New Year's, so he was ready
He's
for
like the
CES.
Energizer Bunny.
He's amazing.
This guy goes dusk to dawn, boom, 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 boom. Really amazing. So thank you. I guess is that everything?
I think that's everything. But we'll give another update.
Jeffrey, you will be able to watch us produce iPad Today live just exactly as we do on Monday.
Okay.
We will do it on, we sit in the living room, it'll be exactly the same.
Chad's always been in the
Monday.
picture. Chad's still doing Gizwiz.
Chad does Gizwiz and Before You Buy on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
We don't like to let people go. And when people do, allow us, we'd love to keep them in some form of fashion.
Why am I upset about Mr. Magoo's? Did you?
I said,
I just saw
that's
it.
a funny question.
What?
So I've been
I'm
apologizing on all the shows to each host one by one for the fabulous food at the Washout House.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
and I said we wanted something local, but I also said
Mr. Magoo's is amazing.
Oh,
over
okay.
that
I was
place.
saying I had to point out that the
It's a
Petaluma
steakhouse.
until the 90s, Petaluma was really did not have great restaurants, and then in the 90s it got gentrified, and now we have really good restaurants. So I am always trying to get Lisa to go to the old Petaluma restaurants that she grew up with. So every time we drive by,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't
every
mind. They
time we
actually have
drive
a
by
really
Mr.
good
Magoo's,
steak.
I say ravioli and steaks. That sounds good, and she says, I don't want to eat there.
No, they actually have a fabulous steak,
won't let me eat there.
And if you have a cocktail there, you need to have a ride home because it's like a real bar cocktail.
It's kind of like the Washoe House.
No, the food is 100 times better than what we just had. It was pretty bad. But no, next year we're gonna have the hosts over our house.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have it.
Nicer
We're gonna have. Alex Lindsay said we should have lots of different like heavy appetizers and just mingle. I know you won't like that, but
we'll figure
it out.
The best part of the host dinner, and nobody complained of the host dinner, was the host loved talking.
They
to
wanted
each
it.
other.
That's what I'm saying. We kind of
awesome.
make it like an all day thing. Maybe we have a cocktail party and then dinner and have a big slumber party. It'd be hilarious. I'll stream it with our new live view.
Jane, is this Megan on the screensavers? Is that what you just sent me? Yes, it is.
There it is.
Here is Megan Morrone. Oh, this was fun. Can you put the sound up on this? Do you have sound? I'm working on it. So now you remember the screensavers was a long time ago, and it was 4:3, and this is probably a bad VHS tape we're about to play. This is the cubicles. Remember, Megan? Remember the cubicles? And Megan, see that? Had a reverse rear view mirror on her CRT so people couldn't sneak up on her in the
awesome.
cubicle.
I think I need one of those.
We do that still?
Wow, the French
She's
laundry.
so mad. Look at blue screen of death. She's so mad.
She's so cute.
I adore Megan.
She's the best smile.
What's that?
Sarah has a rearview mirror? That's right, she does.
Like, let's go throw off a cliff or something. I have the recorder. Let's tape it and put
Wait
it
a
on
minute.
the
What is that sound?
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Are you down?
What am I?
Okay.
Oh, it's somebody else talking.
Megan is very upset.
Who is this kid?
Her computer.
Oh, that's Kat Schwartz.
That's funny.
Kat and Megan are driving.
Control Alt Delete. Let's roll up the window so we can hear.
It looks like this is a very early
Show
cell phone
screen of
recording.
death. It's not funny.
Leo's not the only one who had to shave something for the fundraiser. Paul Thurrott just shaved his head
He
today.
did. Yeah, Paul. He's the man. It was a really painful process, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they knew what they were doing with the razor. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So we'll post that later
So
on.
look, here, watch. Here's Megan. It says unstable cliff area.
And she went past it. She's just like me.
you. It says people die. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, wow. That doesn't look good. Megan.
And they were throwing him off the cliff. This is hilarious.
I don't know if this is even legal.
No, they had to probably retrieve it.
It's just a case.
If you're gonna do this in thinking about your processor. You don't want to take that out. If it's a fast processor, go ahead and donate it to someone. Don't destroy it. It might not be the processor.
This is terrible sound.
How funny.
Look at this.
In my defense,
Yes.
Wait. Let Megan speak.
I don't
in
even
my-
remember this.
first of all, I think about 12 years old.
It wasn't that long ago. Watch. She's going to throw it.
We're excited.
So cute. You and Kat. So funny. Was this for the screensavers?
It was. I did not get very far.
You could throw it today, I bet, a lot farther.
Yeah, I'm much stronger.
You
today.
have been
That
lifting.
was Kat Schwartz and I when they would let us do whatever we wanted to do, and we
That's
just took a camera.
so
out there.
funny.
How fun.
And, we
Now,
did-
when you first started working the screensavers, you weren't Morrone. You weren't married yet.
when I
used
first
your
started,
maiden
no,
name.
I was Megan
Yeah.
Oleski. Yeah.
Molesky, that's right.
Oleski.
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 Molesky. Jesus.
You have not changed at all.
Leo has not changed at all.
Not
He's,
one bit.
you know, I think when he lost his hair, he lost something else.
Oh, it's always as bad.
Yeah.
I said some of the worst things I've ever said in my life to poor Megan on TV.
And she's still going to work here?
And I don't know why she wants to have anything to do with me. Did you really get it off the edge there?
Yeah, I think eventually I did.
Wow.
And I wanted to come up here and say that we did clean it up. We didn't leave it there.
No,
Of course they
not.
did.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I would guess this is 1999.
Very early screensavers.
Yeah.
But you were married because I saw you had a wedding ring. So you'd
Yes.
already met Marco.
Yeah, or I was just wearing a wedding ring.
Just for fun, to keep the,
Just to keep the
creepers away.
trolls away.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was, Or then I guess it was 2000 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
were good
Megan's a
times.
lot taller. It's called heels.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Girl, she's really tall.
It's so great. It's so fun. There's a lot of video of you on the screensavers on YouTube, actually. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I'm going to leave again.
Yeah.
I got work to do. Have you convinced Sarah to come up yet?
No,
I realize she will burst into tears. She doesn't want to cry. So don't make her. It's okay.
Yeah, we can do it on Saturday.
Yeah. Martin says
And
it's
she's
not
not gone. She's, you know.
No,
still here.
what I'm really pleased that she's willing to come back up on our 6th day of the week because she's going to work 5 days a week at TechCrunch and do the iPad Today on
Yeah,
Saturdays.
well, it's going to be Saturdays till the end of January, every Saturday, and then it's going to go to every other Saturday.
And
so.
then i5, and then she'll do i5.
I'm not really saying goodbye.
I know. Well, they still want to see your face. Yeah, you do.
They want
but
to make sure that I
you're
didn't,
not
like
here full
10
like,
time.
beat you.
So, yeah.
What?
I didn't like beat you and you
What?
you had a black eye and you had to leave because I was
I think it's
beating on
time
you.
that. What? You have no.
Are you leaving happy?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Like, I don't like to make a big deal out of it because I'm
I
like,
know.
I'm not even really.
I know.
You know,
You're gonna
I mean,
keep coming
things are
back.
Still in the
changing,
family.
but we're not. There's not really goodbye.
And are you excited
No.
about your new gig? Can you talk about that at all?
Yeah. So TechCrunch has a video team, but you know,
There's TechCrunch TV.
There is.
They've been
And,
doing it for a long time.
They have,
And they haven't gone anywhere.
Well, that's not true. The team actually started TechCrunch TV officially. I think that's called about 2010. And I always try to follow along with what other people are doing in internet video. And the company is really kind of wanting to take
They
it
want to take
to.
it to the next level.
I know that sounds very cliche, but it's true. You know, they hired me, which is my job is going to be to. Not only make what TechCrunch does now even better, but launch new shows. And try to bring, if you like anything that I do here at TWiT, try to bring some of that magic to the new team as well.
They picked a great person to do that, and
Thanks.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you. So I think
I do
that's,
too. Yeah,
That's really great. I didn't know that Foundation was on TechCrunch TV.
yeah. It didn't start that way, but it was.
They
It
picked
was
it up.
brought under the umbrella.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they've got a lot of great
So
stuff. I've got
one
a lot
of
of
your
good
first
ideas.
shows that you're going to put out is Kevin Rose interviewing me.
Okay.
Because he did that a while ago and he still hasn't released it. So could you kick him in the butt?
Oh, that's right. Because it was
Yeah.
over. Yeah,
We did it in my
that's
office,
Right.
yeah.
That's great. I can somehow take credit for
Yeah, there you go.
something I had nothing to do with. In fact, I avoided him that day. I was like, I'll be late
I
to
don't
work.
need to do
Who
that,
needs
yeah.
it? Group
Yeah.
hug. No, it's a really good thing.
I'm excited for you. That's
Thank
great.
you. And Leo and Lisa and the entire team have been really, really, really great about all of this and extremely supportive. So let there be no, no uncertainty that this is all a very amicable next chapter.
Awesome. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
All
right
right.
now.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay.
Crimson says, Leo, why are you cutting into the Giz Wiz's time again? That Saturday time was empty time that we allowed Dick to do the Giz Fizz, which is not even a show. And I think Dick won't mind moving it back an hour. I'm sorry, but that's not a show, and it's just empty time. It was always empty time.
They could always do it earlier if he wants to come in the morning.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
We don't tell him when to do it.
No.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, I think with the show shift that we're going to have a nice rounded out Monday through Friday. My goal is to really pack Saturday as well as, Sundays. So I think people are going to be happy with I make the changes on Friday. And, we'll be adding some new shows. And we actually have like 3 new ideas that we want to do in second quarter. But we want to
We're very excited.
balance things out before then.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. We'll do an I-5 right now, and then Sarah will be back with Tech News Tonight. Thanks for watching.